Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you guys are doing fine even in this pandemic of COVID-19. Today, I and my friends from Group 3 want to review from Meeting 1 to Meeting 7 and what we have learned about them. And we present about what makes a successful academic presentation. First of all, let me and my friends introduce ourselves. My name is Farhan Fuady. I'm from Faculty of Teaching and Learning, and my major is English Education Department 2019.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Dita Hestiana. I'm from Faculty of Teacher Training and Education. My major is English Department.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, in the name of God Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, who has given us mercy and blessings so we can be here without any troubles and obstacles. Secondly, salawat and salam always be given to our holy Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And the third, we become the most grateful. So let me introduce myself. My name is Yudis Frandikta. You can call me Yudis. I'm from Faculty of Teaching, Training and Education. My major is English Department. So in this video, I have to point about my assignment. The first point is I have to tell you what makes a successful academic presentation, and the second point is I have to review my materials 1 to 7. So let's check this out.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rikzan Kurniawan and I am going to tell you my review from the first meeting until the 7th meeting.
Now, we are going to the topic. From the meeting number 1, I have learned we have to believe with ourselves and being confident so we can easily give a presentation in front of public. From the meeting number 2, I have learned how to develop oral presentation competence which synthesize these fragmented studies into a set of design principles for higher education. From the meeting number 3, I have learned what do students perceive on their listening or speaking skills requirement for their university, such as note-taking, pronunciation, lecturing understanding, general listening comprehension, formal oral presentation, class participation, and communication strategies with the professor. From the meeting number 4, I have learned we have to develop and fill the gap in the literature on senior undergraduates' needs and challenges in mastering AP competence in the AFL context. From the meeting number 5, I have learned we have to provide a comprehensive analysis of critical thinking when we are facing a presentation. From the meeting number 6, I have learned we have to need particular training in varied and class speaking tasks. From the meeting number 7, I have learned final position of adverbial clauses are more used than initial position in presentation. For me, a successful academic presentation is a clear and summarized scientific material that gives the listener a new skill, experience, and information. And successful academic presentation is first lack of confidence. When you in front of public, you have to overcome your fear with being yourself. Second, a lack of training. If you want to come to the stage, train more and more your material of presentation so you can easily give a presentation in front of public. Third, lack of vocabulary. When you do a presentation in front of public and then you have a lack of vocabulary, try to remember every single word and its meaning to add your vocabulary.
So, what makes a successful academic presentation? 1. Think about the aim of your presentation and what you want to achieve. 2. Concentrate on your audience, who they are, and what they want to know. The biggest mistake academics make is misjudging the audience. Many talks where the talk itself was presented to 1 or 2 people in a room of hundreds. When preparing a talk, glance at the program for the event or ask your host what you should expect of the audience in terms of background knowledge. 3. Choose the topic that interests you. Involvement and motivation are key to confidence. There is a misconception that an academic talk based on a paper has to be a lecture on what is in the paper. It takes hours of thoughtful reading to digest the average paper in detail. At best, a talk can catalyze the discussion. It cannot replace it. The talk should present the same idea in the paper, but on its own terms. 4. Give your presentation a clear and logical organization so that everyone can follow. 5. Present information visually. This adds interest to your talk and make it easier to follow. And then 6. Practice giving your presentation until you are familiar with the key points. This way you might discover any potential problems and check the timing. Besides, practice will also make you feel more confident. Practice is the key to a natural delivery. We have to practice 10 times before we hit these mining returns. Keep in mind that you are not trying to memorize talks. You are rehearsing its presentation, because memorizing talks will take too much practice.
This is my review from my materials 1 to 7. Okay, from all materials 1 to 7 relate to academic presentation. From all this, we can learn to make a good and correct academic presentation. Not only that, we also understand the step when we make a good presentation. It's like the skills of effective presentation, developing oral presentation, the technical oral presentation, and the others. So from all this, from all materials, we can understand when we want to make a presentation, and we know the steps when we make a presentation. From all materials, we also get a knowledge, the best knowledge when we want to make a presentation. What makes a successful academic presentation? When you do a presentation, you have to make the audience understand what you are talking. If you want to get a success, it means you have to make the audience understand, because if you cannot make the audience understand, it means you can get your success. And the next is, you don't need to memorize about your materials. If you memorize your materials, it means you cannot improve your materials when you want to do the presentation. You just improve your materials and speak spontaneous to the audience. It means you can make the audience understand what you are delivering. It's just like that to get a success academic presentation. Okay, maybe that's all from me. The last I said, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you later in the future, better and brighter.
In the first meeting, we learned about several skills to develop our academic presentation. Then what we learned from second meeting is developing academic oral presentation competence. Then in the third meetings we learn about academic oral communication. What we learn from fourth meeting is academic presentation competence. Then in the fifth meeting we learned about how to analyze the technical oral presentation. In the sixth meeting we learned about negotiation and challenges in a group presentation. In here we also learned about how to organize well a group presentation. Then what we learned from the seventh meeting is processing side of interactiveness in academic presentation. So what makes a successful presentation is something that the audience can understand. So to conclude all our presentation, what makes a successful academic presentation is skills that we have to learn before we are going to the stage of public speaking. I think that is all of our group. If we have a mistake with our words, please forgive us. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.